Hey nerds, this episode of Harken Back is sponsored by Hero Forge. If you don't know already, Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with a variety of fantasy species and thousands of pieces to build from, all within your browser. If you grab the Pro subscription, you can get access to a feature called Kit Bashing, which allows you to add up to 20 more items to your mini in bespoke articulations to create something truly original. Once you're done, you can order the mini straight from Hero Forge or download the model files for you to 3D print yourself. Go to heroforge.com for tools to bring your own heroes to life. And keep checking back, because just like Venture Forth, they add new content every week.
Hey nerds, I'm your recapper, Shane. Welcome to Harken Back. Still staggered from their face-off with Zami Gazari, but buoyed by Kellick's recent visit with Famir, our heroes attended Westreach's Temple of Laurus, gleaning what knowledge they could of liches in the Sacred Octagon, an ancient trove now known to entomb Corvin Amberstone's phylactery.
So, most of what we have is only discussions of how to destroy them.
And we just want to destroy it.
And also find it, too.
Good.
I don't know if there's ways to locate.
Well, they are objects of particular personal significance, typically, imbued with dark magics and power, and house a piece of the Lich's soul. Most phylacteries are, of course, protected with powerful magical wards and require very specific circumstances or very powerful magic in order to destroy. For example, the fire of an ancient dragon, throwing it into a vortex of planar elemental energies, for example, typically places of profound arcane power and convergence.
So not necessarily a specific task that the Lich sets themselves.
It could be that as well.
Oh,
yes, there are sometimes...
So like turning around 3 times and picking up a stone and putting it down, for example.
I suppose if one was of the persuasion to make that the circumstance.
Anxiously awaiting Kira's escort that night, the agents of repair received ill tidings. Thessaly's brother, Salix, had gone missing. The party ardently agreed that Thess must return to Stillgate to begin the search, however difficult it was to part with their cherished companion.
Salix is very strong. He'll be okay. And then once you find him, you can help us kill a Lich. So...
And save the world.
I don't want to belabor it. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Eldra wants to go with you. She can keep you from doing dumb stuff.
As I recall, I'm not the one who does the dumb stuff.
Whoa. I can give you some flower petals or like an acorn or something. I don't know if I don't really have... We just bought all this stuff and like...
Give it to me when I get back.
We'll leave it for now so that Salix recognizes you. But when you come back, I'm gonna heal that scar.
You've already healed the others.
Kira took the remaining agents to a dryad named Melanipe, who gifted them with gaseous forms unbound by gravity. They took flight over the tear, wordlessly watching wondrous wadis weaving wounds wantonly where once water writhed. Landing corporeal once more, they rested in the border town of Nuxvar, ever watching over the wasteland below. Traveling at night to avoid the harsh sun, our heroes fended off man-scorpion Tlinkali and magic-slurping Shelisere, but the greatest pain resided in Seeker's heart as he sought to reconnect with the young woman he'd betrayed those many years ago.
Why didn't you find me? You know, I keep asking myself that. It's not like you weren't the one who made sure I was in deep enough I couldn't ever leave.
I didn't know how to get you out. I didn't know if you wanted to. I'm really good at running away.
That I noticed.
But not anymore. These people, I think it's what I wanted the crew to be. A family. We hold each other accountable for all of it. We make mistakes, and we don't run from them.
Well, I'm glad you cared about them enough to stick around. And she walks away from you.
Just like kick the ground. Stupid Seeker.
Meanwhile, shadowing their steps were mysterious cragcats whose predatorial eyes belied a deeper interest yet unknown. Blow after blow, they were met with danger, gravity, storms, pools of wild magic, and worst of all, wasteland binders, creatures as relentless and hardy as the desert heat. Fighting for their lives, salvation arrived from an unlikely source, the very cragcats that had been trailing them.
and then the two claws like almost raking in through the stomach, like come up and like rend through the cat. And you see as the cat begins to fall and shrinks and transforms.
Yep.
And instead, where it was standing, you see a 3.5 foot tall goblin with a patchwork vest.
Yeah, dude.
And Kira looks, she goes, Drennick, you son of a bitch! Thought you could use some help.
Drennick's people, the Dust Callers, had been enslaved by Kaldor's war minister Wraithbrew to build something within the ruins of Primordia, so Drennick warily struck a deal with our heroes. He and his fellow Wasteland Druids would escort them the rest of the way, and the Agents of Repair would liberate the benighted goblins from their subjugation. As they gather themselves in the Dust Caller's hidden domain, our heroes prepare for a perilous trek turbid with writhing mystery. What pitfalls await in the Sacred Octagon? What steps will be necessary for the destruction of Amberstone's phylactery? And what is War Minister Wraithbrew building in a city once adjoined to the domain of the gods? Find out next time on Venture Forth.